Thanks for joining me. Okay, today I'm going to do mincemeat. I'm using chicken with carrot and onion leaves. All right. So okay, we'll start. So I'm using mincemeat. I bought the store-bought. You can do your own mincemeat if you want. Okay. You'll need some onion leaves. If you don't want to use onion leaves, or if you can't get onion leaves, you can try leeks. All right, you can use leeks instead. Okay, I'm using 1 carrot, 1 onion, a bit of ginger, around about 4 pips of garlic. Okay, now the sauce, what I have here is pepper, oyster sauce. Oyster sauce I'm using 1.5, 2 spoons of dark soya sauce, 1 spoon of light soya sauce. Okay, all right, so we'll start by cutting up the vegetables first. Alright, we'll start with the onion leaves. Okay, so as you know, the onion leaves, if you don't want to use onion leaves, as I said earlier, if you want to use leeks, you can use leeks. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this part off first, the hard part here. Okay, so when you do the cooking, you have to cook this part first. Alright, you cook this part first, so the hard parts first. Alright, so this one is the softer part, so I'm cutting it around about, say, 1 inch or so. Okay. Alright, okay, so I'm going to put this aside. So we'll be cooking, this one will be put in last of all, this one, the onion leaves, the soft part. Okay. Okay, so now this one, the hard pieces will be cooking earlier before the softer ones. So you cut this in half. Okay, cut this in half. There we go. Okay, and then we put this separately. Alright, the ginger, I'm using this size piece of ginger. Okay, if you don't really like ginger much, then use less. Okay, I'm just going to slice it this way. If you want to cut it smaller, you can cut it smaller. I like my ginger a bit bigger. Alright, I like it a little bit bigger. There we go. Alright, and then we have our garlic. I'm using around about 4 pips. Okay, so just coarsely slice it. Okay. Okay, so the carrots, I've cut it like this way. Alright, so you cut it roughly like into half, and then into half you cut it into halves again. Alright, so that means 1 carrot you cut into 4, and then you cut it into, say, around about 1 inch or so. Okay, and then it's this big, so you just cut it this way, not too thin. Okay, so it's going to be this thick. Alright, it's going to be this thick. Alright, okay. Same thing here. Okay, not too thin. Alright, so I don't want it too thin, I want it a little bit thick. Yeah, this way. Alright, this thick, and into triangle shapes. Alright, as for the lone onion, I'm going to cut it this way. Alright, so you just remove this part here. Okay, right. Those will go for my chickens. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so you just okay, it's this way, so you just slice it into 2, and this one the same thing also, slice into 2, and then from there you turn it and you slice. So basically you're going to cut it this way. Alright, Okay, here we go. Alright, heat some oil in a pan, and when the oil is hot, you put in your onions, your ginger, and your garlic. Okay, and give it a stir. Okay, let it cook for a bit. Alright, and after a few seconds, you can put in your carrots that you cut earlier. Okay, and give that a stir, and we let it cook for a bit, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, let it cook for a bit. Okay, and now you add in your minced meat. Okay, add in your minced meat. Give that a stir. So I just want to brown the minced chicken first. Alright, I want to brown it first a bit before I add in the soya sauce. Okay, so after browning it a bit, you can add in your sauce ingredients, the soya sauce, the dark soya sauce, the light soya sauce, the what do you call it, the oyster sauce. Okay, add that in, and give it a stir. Okay, make sure you mix it well. Okay, and then another thing I want to show you what I like to do is when you have like soya sauce left over there, I just pour in a little bit of water. Okay, just pour in a bit of water, and then mix it a bit. Right, and then I'll pour this in. There we go. Okay, and then I will also add in the onion leaves, the hard part first, and the softer one after we've added salt. You know, we will add a little bit of salt, not much, because I don't want it to be too saltish. Okay, so we will add a bit of salt, but not very much. So be careful with your salt level when you add your salt. So I'm just going to let it cook and simmer for a bit before I add in the other ingredients. Okay. Alright, and then now you add in your salt to taste. Remember, be careful with the salt. You don't want too much of it because soya sauce is already quite saltish. Okay. And after adding in the salt, last but not least, we add in our onion leaves. Okay. Okay, and then we give this a stir. It's almost done. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel if you've not already done so. Thank you everybody for your support. I do appreciate every single like that I receive, and every subscriber is always very special to me. Alright, I'm just going to leave this for a bit. Oh, it's very colorful. I love my dishes to be not only tasty, but if possible, I would like my dishes to be colorful as well. Okay, so we'll leave it to simmer for a minute before we plate it. Okay, so after a few minutes, you can switch it off. It's all cooked. And then you get ready where to plate it. Okay. This is a very colorful dish. I just love how the carrots look against the background of brown and green. It's a simple, tried and tested recipe. Okay, it will not disappoint you. Just be very careful about how much salt you add. Okay, don't put too much salt because of the the soya sauce is already quite salty. So be careful. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. And there we go, everybody. My version of, this is my own recipe, my version of carrot, mincemeat with carrots and onion leaves. It's delicious, it's simple. I hope you will try my recipe, everyone. Take care, stay blessed, and goodbye.